Hello everybody, Jake with Optimus Futures here, back with another Investor RT video. And in today's video, we'll be showing you how to create chart buttons. Now chart buttons have a ton of different features. You can actually customize every one individually and apply your own specific feature that you're looking for onto a chart button. But to sum them up, they're pretty much just shortcuts that you can add to your chart, and like I said, you can customize them to your liking. So instead of explaining all of this, let me show you how to set up a chart button. So first we'll need to open up a chart. You can go to the top left-hand corner and click on the Open Chart button. We'll be selecting a multi-pane candle chart for our example, and we'll be keeping all of our previously applied settings. We will be opening a chart for the contract of the E-mini S&P 500 of September 2018. So as you can see upon opening, this is your standard Investor RT chart, but we'd like to take it to the next level. So by right-clicking, we'll scroll down and go to Add, and then we'll click on the button option. Now this is where you create your chart buttons. So the first field that you will see is the purpose. And although self-explanatory, this is where you set your purpose for the button. So as you can see, there is a slew of different options here in which we can select for our customized chart button. Some things to possibly take into consideration, things like changing the periodicity on the fly, being able to change the instrument right there, changing your session times. And these are, in my opinion, the most important right here, the execution purposes. So you can execute your signal action, you can execute a trading order, you can execute a trade order group, or you can execute a toolbar button. So for our example, we'll be execute trading an order. Now this will essentially allow us to place a trade directly from the chart. So if you're looking, or you're the type of trader whose method utilizes trading directly from the chart, this will be for you. That way you don't have to go back and open up a DOM or open up an order ticket every single time you want to place an order. You'll just simply need to press on your shortcut that we've just created, and you can place your order from there. So as we go through, we have a couple different more options here. We have the type of button. You can either select a push button, in which you can have the option to customize even further, or you have the menu button. The menu button is pretty straightforward, so that is the option we'll be selecting, and we'll be selecting the position at the top option. Now from here you have this drop down menu, and this is actually where you'll be defining the purpose. So as you've already seen, our purpose is to execute the trading order, but now we can select the order type that we would like to execute. So you have your pretty typical order types here. You have your buy one limit, your buy one market, your stops. We have flatten all, and then you have your sells. Then you can place stop loss, profit targets, stop and target orders. You can place flattening position orders, or you can just select the trading order from here. So this is pretty simple, but I'll just be going flatten. Now this will give me a way to create myself a shortcut. That way if I do have any orders currently in the market that are still pending, I can just flatten them out directly right here with my button. Now as for the other settings here, they're not absolutely necessary, but you can make some adjustments. So for example, we can give our label a text. So for example, if I wanted to name this flatten, you'll be able to see that this is a flatten button once I hover over it. As for the scope, as you can see right now, it is specifically for this chart, but I can create it so it is for any instrument and it applies to all charts. I can have it apply to just the E-mini S&P 500 of September 2018. I can have it just for that contract for all charts. There's a lot of different options here, so it really depends on the ones you want to choose. For now, I'll just be applying it to this chart. And you can also recalculate it depending on specific periodicities here. We'll just keep mine at the default. So once you have everything set to your liking, you can click apply and then click OK. And as you can see here down in the bottom left, I now have my flatten chart button, or the chart shortcut that we just created. So now when I do go and place an order that is pending, if I need to, for whatever reason, I can simply just click on the flatten. And as you can see, I can flatten my position from here. Now, one final note, guys, before we wrap this thing up. As you saw, we created a button to flatten any pending orders. But if you just take a look at this drop-down menu here, as you can see, there are tons of different chart buttons that you can create. The possibilities are endless, and you can even create multiple. I'm sure it's also possible to create chart buttons that will literally go across the entirety of your screen. So if you're the type of trader that needs to access things in a simple click of a button directly from the chart, this feature is 100% for you. Feel free to pause the video and just take a look at the different options here you can create for chart buttons, or feel free to go into the platform, go into this purpose section yourself, and just taking a look at all the available options that you can create chart buttons for. Thanks for watching. If this video helped, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you have any further questions, don't hesitate to give us a call or send us an email. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more informative content related to the futures market.